Hello fellow YouTube friends, followers, full-time flabbergasters, my name is Mason and it's time for some easy condition Willbender rotations. Condi Willbender is my favorite Guardian build due to its forgiving nature and straightforward playstyle. It is one of the highest return on investment specs in the game, and even when camping one weapon set the damage will still be great. But before we dive into the easy rotations, two quick explanations of the main mechanics. First off, virtues. The main virtue in this build is Rushing Justice. This should be maintained as much as possible as it applies burning every few attacks and is responsible for massive amounts of damage. With Permeating Wrath it applies to up to 5 targets and triggers every 3 attacks. You'll have to use this at least every 10 seconds to maintain it, but it will put you into melee range since it is a charge skill. And that's basically the only difficulty that this build has, not yeeting yourself into danger with Rushing Justice. The second rotation defining aspect is the trait Restorative Virtues. This trait is important as it changes how often you can use damaging weapon skills such as Zealot's Flame, Zealot's Fire and Symbol of Ignition. Every time a virtue triggers, it reduces the cooldowns of your active weapon abilities by 1/4 of a second. It is the reason why, for example, a Superior Sigil of Air is a DPS increase here, as it will trigger virtues too. Now this increases APM quite significantly, but it's also a massive DPS increase. Alright, so let's start with a very simple rotation. The general concept of this build is as simple as it can be. You're camping Pistol and Torch all the time. For the opener you can precast Flowing Resolve and Crashing Courage for stacks of lethal tempo, but it's not needed. Always start with Rushing Justice and Purging Flames. Rushing Justice, as explained before, is your priority number 1. This forces you to go into melee range every 10-ish seconds. Then you have Purging Flames, Symbol of Ignition, Zealot's Flame and Zealot's Fire, Peacekeeper and Whirling Light. Your weapon skill number 4, Zealot's Flame and Zealot's Fire, is an ammunition skill. This means that as long as you don't let it reach 2 stacks, you will still gain cooldown value from this. If you want to deal a little more burning damage, you can always try to cast your Whirling Light inside the combo field of Purging Flames. Purging Flames is a fire field, and the whirl finishers from Whirling Light will shoot projectiles in random directions around you. Now, after this, let's add the Offhand pistol on the secondary weapon bar. The rotation plays the same way as before, but you can swap between the Offhand Torch and an Offhand pistol for a significant damage increase. Your pistol 5 skill Jurisdiction was simplified, so it is now a very strong and straightforward damage and CC skill. Now when it comes to adding the weapon swap, you can basically weapon swap on cooldown. You should always be able to cast Hail of Justice or your pistol 4 3 times and Zealot's Flame and Zealot's Fire twice. The great thing about this weapon swap is that it's completely optional. It's not a big deal if you forget to swap from time to time. At worst, you will drop to the DPS level of camping one weapon set. When it comes to CC damage on demand, Heaven's Palm is your priority number 1. It's your elite skill and we're not using it for damage, so it's always free to use whenever a break bar pops up. Other than that, there's basically only Pistol 5 Jurisdiction. Since we're only casting this once in the rotation, you can delay it a little bit and see whether you might benefit from the CC damage as well. A great side effect of playing Willbender is that you have a lot of mobility tools on your hand. All your virtues are mobility skills, and Flowing Resolve and Crashing Courage are actually DPS increases instead of auto attacks in the rotation. You can use Flowing Resolve if you need to evade something, and Crashing Courage will grant you Aegis and stability, allowing you to block an attack and ignore incoming control effects. The heal skill Litany of Wrath is an immortality button on demand because it will heal you based off your damage dealt. And given the numbers that this build can reach, you will heal for a lot. Alright, that is it for today. Feel free to like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. I hope this video was insightful for you and made you want to try Condition Willbender. See you next time and happy burning!